the rabbit hole of COVID. How far are you willing to go down? Welcome to Hide and Seek Media. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Leave a comment down below at the end of the video. Let me know what you think and your opinions on the topic, and let's get into it. So today's video is about COVID again. Of course, any guys who've been following my channel know my thoughts about COVID and all of that, but we're going to dive a little deeper into it today. A little bit more into the players. I found a little bit more information out so we can link a few more people. I can't directly make any of these links, but anybody with any kind of common sense who listens to what these people have to say and can read between the lines and know how corruptible power is, can see what I see. And if you don't, follow along and maybe you'll be enlightened. So let's get into it, right? So COVID, to anybody, like I said, anybody who's been following the channel, COVID was a planned, coordinated attack by the Chinese along with other players around the world to attack the United States directly, kill its economy, and kill Donald Trump's chance of being reelected. All because Trump stood in the way of the New World Order, right? Their one world government idea, right? The World Economic Forum's Great Reset. So, Event 201, right? For anybody who hasn't been following the channel and doesn't know about Event 201, you can check out the video right here about what Event 201 was. But a brief summary, it was a tabletop exercise done by Johns Hopkins University, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and the World Economic Forum, right? And this was a tabletop exercise on what to do if a pandemic hit the world, right? Now, this exercise was held in, I think, October 18th. I'm not 100% sure on the date. I'll have to, but it was in October of 2019. I'm pretty sure it was October 18th, 2019. And it was basically the pandemic unleashed in this exercise was a coronavirus, a corona-like virus that was passed from pigs to from bats to pigs to humans, or from pigs to bats to humans, or something like that, right? Now, in their pandemic exercise, the death numbers were outrageous, right? 65 million plus or something crazy like that worldwide. Now, COVID-19 numbers aren't anywhere near that, but everything else predicted in that model pretty much panned out exactly the way they thought it would, right? So here we are, 2021, the U.S. has a new president who's not Donald Trump, right? And there's a whole deal about that in itself, right? But there's a new president, Pinocchio Joe. Then we have our economy was completely obliterated in 2020, right? All at the words of Dr. Fauci, going off this crazy model from the Imperial College, right, of London, where it was predicting that like anywhere from 1.5 to 2.2 million people in the United States were going to die, right? Here we are, mid-May, and we've maybe 550,000, I think, I don't know the exact number, but we're over 500,000 now. But we're mid-May of 2021. You know, he was talking within the first 6 months, 18 months, it was going to be, 2.2 million people. So Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx tell President Trump, you've got to lock everything down. You've got to lock everything down. So Trump kills his kills the greatest economy that the economy he built, the greatest economy this country's ever seen. He killed it, right? He killed it in the name of safety for the American people, because that's what Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx were telling him. So he kills the greatest economy ever built to save American lives. Then, as the months progress, we see more and more states not follow some of these lockdown edicts, and their numbers start to fare out better than some of these states that did lock down and are still locked down today, like California and New York, where they're just now starting to open up. But only, here we are 5 months into the Biden administration and 5 months into having a vaccine, and they are just now opening up, where Texas, Florida, many other states are all open up 100%, no more mask mandates, none of that. So they accomplished their task, right? COVID crushed the economy, got rid of Trump, and got all the cronies, all the establishment types, all these people that are in this group, so to speak, who all have the same vision, all these same people who have the same vision, all the same people who want the same thing, who believe in the World Economic Forum's vision of the world. They're all back in power again, right? Just how they wanted it, right? You have people like Avril Haines, who served as deputy, director of the Central Intelligence Agency under Barack Obama. She was she actually held that position during Benghazi. She also held, I think she was National Security Advisor or Deputy National Security Advisor to Obama as well. And now she is the secretary, or the head of the CIA, I think, or National Intelligence Agency. National Intelligence Agency. She's the director of the National Intelligence Agency now in the Biden administration. That's right. Okay. So that's just one example. Okay, that's one example of how this all comes full circle, right? Because she also participated in Event 201, and now she has a prominent position of power inside the Biden administration. Kind of hinky, right? Then you have George Gao. He participated in the Event 201. He's the director of the Chinese CDC and like a virologist and epidemiologist. Man, that's a hard word for me to say. But and how does he tie back in all this? Well, let me see. Harvard, right? Harvard is one of the key links to how COVID ties back into the United States and China and all of this, right? So George Gao worked at Harvard while Larry Summers was president at Harvard. Now, for those of you who don't know, Larry Summers was the Secretary of Treasury under Clinton. He also held a number of positions in the Obama administration, and he was the president of Harvard University from 2001 to like 2006 or something like that, right? So George Gao worked for Larry Summers. Larry Summers is connected to President Clinton, like I said, President Obama, Joe Biden. He's also connected to Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Gates. So there's all of these people are connected What's that? What's that say? 6 degrees of separation, right? Well, all of these people have been in the same room with each other at the same time at some point, right? George Gao and Avril Haines have been in the same room, Event 201. It's probably not the first time they've been in the same room, okay? But I bet you Gao and Summers and Epstein have probably been in the same room, because while Summers was president of Harvard, he gave Epstein an office at Harvard, right? Well, why would Epstein need an office at Harvard? Oh, I don't know, maybe to hunt down young college girls. Yeah, well, I'm just speculating, right? But all of these people are tied together, right? And they all have the same vision. They all believe in a one world order kind of thing, right? So, Bill Gates, he's definitely part of this, and I would even say that he probably masterminded most of it. Okay. From what I understand, Microsoft has a facility that's in Wuhan, right? Not far from the virology lab, and they often work side by side, together. So he's got connections in China, obviously. So him and George Gao have probably been in the same room at one time or another, even though Bill Gates didn't actually participate in Event 201. Why? Got to distance yourself a little bit from your evil scheme. Now, I'm not saying that Bill Gates is the absolute mastermind behind the COVID attack. I think, he conspired with, a number of people, including the Chinese government. COVID was the start. COVID was the way to get the ball rolling, right? On the Great Reset. And that's how all of this ties together, right? That's what COVID was really meant to do. It was really meant to just kickstart the Great Reset, right? So the first thing you got to do is you got to get your biggest obstacle out of the way. And that is the United States, the one country that preaches freedom, right? Freedom to be yourself, freedom to start your own business, freedom to do whatever you believe you can do, right? All the rewards, as long as you put the work in, all the rewards will come to you, right? So, and the more work you put in, the more rewards you get. That's what's great about this country. You don't get that in very many other countries, right? And so, to create this new world order, this one world, government, one world, global market or whatever it is, they had to get that giant, enormous, big FU out of the way, right? And that is the United States. Well, they were working on it, and they had it going, right? They were working on it. Their plan was set in motion. They got Obama elected, right? Then, Obama getting reelected was a shoo-in. I mean, come on. There was no doubt that was ever going to happen, right? That was not going to happen, right? And so, then Obama's term came up, and it was Hillary's turn, and everybody thought Hillary was going to win. They knew Hillary was going to win, right? Because, I mean, if you go back and watch 2016 election coverage, man, everybody thought it was a shoo-in. This was, I don't even know why we're doing this. Donald Trump, ha ha ha, that's funny. How is he going to, there's no way he's going to beat Hillary Clinton. And then when he did, it was the biggest shock to these people that you could imagine, right? They were like, holy, what in the world? You mean to tell me that there's millions of people in this country that don't believe our beliefs, that don't want to see the one world order come to fruition, that doesn't want to see a one world government? You mean to tell me that there's millions of people that live in this country? Well, we got to change that. How are we going to do that? Well, first, we got to attack the man that's going to destroy it all. We got to get him out of the way first because he's the one that's rallying the troops, right? He's the one that is talking about making America great again. He's the one that's talking about Americans focusing on being, on America first. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want. We want them focused on the world. We want them focused on everything and being all inclusive and everything being equitable and all that. And that's not what this country is about. The harder you work, the better your rewards. That's just how it is. And so they had to get Donald Trump out of the way. From day one, the man hadn't even taken office yet, and they were already talking about impeaching him. So let's not pretend like they weren't attacking him from the minute he was declared the winner. Okay? But, right, they set the election up so that they just knew Hillary was going to win. And Trump blew that out of the water. So what did they do? Come 2020, hell or high water, we are going to make sure that our candidate wins. We are going to make sure that our puppet is back in the White House so that we can control the narrative and we can make our plan happen, right? So they did everything. They attacked Donald Trump. They attacked him left and right on every issue there was. They attacked Donald Trump on character and foreign policy and his tweeting and all that, and none of it worked, right? Lowest unemployment rates across the board in 50 years. Okay, lowest unemployment rates for blacks, lowest unemployment rates for Hispanics, guaranteed money to historically black colleges. Okay, First Step Act, opportunity zones. I can go on and on and on and on. Okay, the man was making this country great again, like he said he would. He was bringing the greatest GDP this country had ever seen. Okay, ever seen, even better than Reagan's GDP. Okay, so they had to kill that. They had to stop him. No matter what they did, it wasn't working. Okay, they tried to impeach him, didn't work. Attack him on TV. All the media outlets except Fox were attacking Trump, right? And it didn't work. It wasn't working, right? So what did they have to do? What was next? What can we do next? You know what? I have an idea, says Bill Gates. And he gets together these people and he starts to hatch this plan to maybe take out the sick, weak, and vulnerable, the people that are a burden to society and are a drain on resources. Hey, let's release a virus that'll get everybody sick, but it'll only really kill the really sick and elderly. Right? Most young, healthy people will survive this. Right? Look at survival rates. So they hatch this plan, right? They start hatching this plan, right? Because in August of 2019, right, Congressman Rush brings forth a bill, right, that would come to be known the COVID Contact Tracing Act, or something to that nature, right? But he brought it forth in 2019, and it was an act about contact tracing for a pandemic. Well, that's kind of an odd coincidence, right? Kind of weird timing, wouldn't you think, Congressman Rush? Kind of weird timing to bring that up. And it just so happens that he had, it was reported that he had met with, people from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in Rwanda earlier that month, just before he proposed this bill. And who was in support of this bill? Bill Gates and the Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation. Right? And if you've watched that video that I pointed to up here earlier, that contact tracing bill went to a company in Massachusetts who just happens to have Chelsea Clinton on the board of trustees. Man, I don't know anything about nothing fishy there, right? So it's, they released this virus. It attacks the elderly and the weak, right? It killed the economy. I mean, it did everything they wanted it to do. It did everything that it wanted it to do, right? And now they've got Pinocchio Joe up there who don't know what he's doing, what he's talking about. He's just spouting out, he's just reading whatever they put up in the teleprompter. And all the while, all his policies are killing jobs in this country. Nobody wants to work because they can make more money on unemployment. Now we've got cyber attacks on pipelines, gas shortages. I mean, what's next, Pinocchio Joe? What's next? I mean, Israel and Hamas are at it again. Under Trump, we had peace in the Middle East. The Abraham Accords, because the United States backed Israel. None of that shit would happen under Trump. We would have backed them up, and that stuff we would have stopped that stuff real quick. But anyways, down the rabbit hole, man. Jump down that rabbit hole if you're willing to look, because COVID was a planned attack on the United States. It was a planned, coordinated attack on the United States to kill Trump's economy, to kill his support, to kill his chance of re-election, and to usher in. I mean, that's what all the lockdowns were for. That's what Fauci used that stupid model from the Imperial College of London to force these lockdowns, and they used those lockdowns to implement mail-in ballots so that they could, work behind the scenes to ensure that this would be the safest and fair election that this country had ever seen. And as a result, we got Joe Biden as president. And look at what happened to the country in just 5 months. Border crisis, gas shortage, inflation, major inflation. Corn is up 44%. Okay? Gas was already up 22% before the pipeline shut down. Right? Who was Joe Biden friends with? Like, who was he in pocket? Let's remember China. Whoa, China. Yeah. And now look. Where did the virus start? Wuhan. Come on. I have no proof it came from the lab. Right? I'm just some dumb idiot sitting in his office in Oklahoma, But it seems to me, anyways, that the billionaires of the world decided to get together and say, nah, we're willing to give up billions of dollars, because in the end, what's that matter if we're not here to enjoy it, right? So we'll give up the money to have our vision, right? They've lived their lives. Look, I mean, Bill Gates is old now, right? All these people are old. They're getting older, and what they've realized is they can't take the money with them, right? So they might as well give up the money to see their vision come to fruition. And so they're doing everything in their power to try to make their one world vision, come to life. And I'm sorry, but that's not what I want to see. I love America. I love the United States of America. I love the way it is. I love the idea of the country. I love everything about this country. I thought the previous 4 years under the last administration, while the mainstream media was intolerable to listen to, life was good. Life was good if you would just get out of your way and get out of Trump deranged syndrome. How about not pay attention to the guy? How about quit paying attention to the person? Start looking at his policies. Start looking at what he did for this country, and start looking at the results you got in the 4 years you had with Trump versus the results you've got in the 5 months that you've had with Pinocchio Joe. All right? So thanks for checking out the video. If you made it all the way to the end, make sure to smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the video and your opinions on the topic. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.